Mindy and Maitreyi, so nice to chat with you. I have to tell you both, I've adored this series from the get-go. Maitreyi, this is the third time I'm talking with you now for this series, and it's been awesome to watch you grow into this huge star over the last couple of years. So first of all, congratulations to the both of you on season 3 because I adored every minute of it.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I can't wait for fans to see it. I did not expect to bawl my eyes out at the end of this season. I loved it so much. There's so many moments between Davy and Nalini, of course, her mother, that I absolutely loved. I love Porna in this series so much. I'm wondering for you, Mindy, what elements of your childhood and family life were you particularly excited about to include in this season?
You know, there's a scene in one of the later episodes when Nalini and Davy have a very vulnerable moment with each other. And I think for me, showing that kind of tenderness that exists between the two of them is it's some of my favorite stuff in the show because they're both such strong characters that have been through a lot. So they have a lot of walls up and they fight a lot. And so to me, these moments that happen, once or twice a season where they get to express how much they love each other and be really vulnerable, I love those. And Maitreyi is obviously such a gifted comedic actress and so good at physical comedy, which she gets to do a lot of in the season in particular. But I think she also equally shines when she gets to be vulnerable. And I don't know, that those are some of my favorite moments of the season. Hey.
I love that too because I love the dramatic scenes as well. Maitreyi, obviously, I'm sure there's several instances where you feel like you can like really relate to Davy on a personal level. Is there a particular moment this season though where you're like, oh wow, this is me. This is like next level. I relate to her so hardcore. Is there a particular moment you felt that in this season?
Is this a pre-season 3 drop interview or a post-season 3 drop interview?
We can save this for post season 3 for sure.
Okay, great. Then I think we're talking actually about the same moment when Davy is being vulnerable enough to talk about how she feels like she might be too much for anyone to love. And something that I went through high school and admittedly go through now too is that I am someone that has so many emotions, and when I get really happy, I'm really happy. But when I'm sad, I'm really sad. Like, I'm just an intense, emotional guy, you know? And there are many times when I think to myself, am I too much for someone or anyone? Will I never find like someone who just is able to take those emotions on without me feeling like a burden? So when I read that in the script, I remember just being like, baby, not you too, my guy. So yeah, that would be my moment, I think.
I love that. I'm a Cancer, so I'm very emotional on like all ends of the spectrum. So I love relating to Davy when I watch the series. So Mindy, I love how BJ Novak's Twitter bio said Team Ben Gross for a while. I know it
Yeah,
did.
you pointed that out to me.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, totally just Team Ben Gross.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a little
Right.
bit. So I'm wondering if you can officially confirm if the character of Ben is based on BJ at all, or do us hardcore fans just see a lot of similarities between the characters?
I think that BJ definitely relates to Ben Gross, and he reminds both of us. We grew up in the suburbs of Boston at the same time, and I think Ben Gross is someone who is a type of guy that BJ has been at times and definitely knows, and I definitely knew growing up. But I think they're pretty different. But I think there is something about the like suburban striver, like, nice, hyper educated, competitive Jewish kid that BJ can really relate to.
Yeah, no, I love that too. Well, last question for you both. I personally loved shipping Davy with all of her guys, no spoilers, but some of my favorite pop culture ships are Buffy and Angel, Chuck and Sarah from Chuck, recently Claire and Jamie from Outlander. Who are each of your favorite pop culture ships in either TV or movies? Do you have a favorite couple? I also love David and Patrick from Schitt's Creek. I mean, I could go on and on.
Oh, those are
Yeah,
such good ones. Who
those
do
are really
you?
good. Man, I'm just gonna like think off the top of my head from like some of my favorite shows. So like if we kick it to The Office, obviously Michael and Holly,
Yes.
amazing. they're each other's soup snakes.
I don't think that Michael and Holly would be the obvious when you go to the office. I think people normally say Jim and Pam. Michael and
Everyone
Holly.
would say Jim and Pam as the obvious.
Okay, best couples of The Office. Let's talk about it right now. Michael and Holly, okay? Dwight and Angela.
Oh, that's a good one.
They are good. They are good for each other. I don't know, Pam.
This is a very funny reaction.
Michael and Holly, they're like both nerds. I
They're-
want that relationship more than the Jim and Pam.
They're both nerds.
I want like
That's for
someone that's
sure.
weird with me. you
I
know?
like that. That's actually so
Yeah.
romantic. My couple that I really like, I really liked this Bridgerton season.
Yes.
Our close personal friend Simone Ashley. I'm talking
She
about
killed it.
Our buddy. When someone's South Asian, I'm like, my family member. But I thought that was pretty sexy.
Oh, yes. And Simone killed it. I watched the season twice. Absolutely loved it. Well, they're wrapping me. Congratulations again to the two of you. And Maitreyi, I remember us geeking about The Office during our first interview. It's still funny. You're like still talking about it.
I will never not be talking about it.
You'll never not be talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to the both of you ladies. And I hope to chat with you again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.